In this quick tutorial, I am going to show you how to actually create what I call a glass reflection image. So let's get started. Um, and also, I'm working with a Photoshop PSD file, which in this case, we consider this particular exercise uh, non-destructive. In other words, whatever I do here in InDesign will not affect the original or the native file at all. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take the line tool and I'm going to create a straight line going across, going from margin to margin, and then I'm going to give it a thickness of 4 points. Okay, I'm going to be working in points and picas, so I'll pull it up, I'll make that 4 points, and I'll say okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck it right underneath the image. Okay. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the FX, and then I'm going to do a what we call a directional feather. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to actually put in a value only on the left and the right side. Not top and bottom, just left and right. So I'll type in, I'll say 15 picas on both the left and the right side. So I'll preview this, and as you can see, it looks like it's fading out. Well, it's not looks like, it is fading out on both ends. All right. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this image, actually I'm going to take the entire frame with the image in it, all right, using the selection tool, put my finger on the Option key so that it duplicates, put my finger on the Shift key so that when it duplicates, it takes it straight down. Okay, here we go. Now we have the duplicated image. Next up, I'm going to make sure that the reference point is dead center because I'm going to flip it on the vertical axis. So I'm going to click that, and as you can see now, it's flipped so that this bottom one is upside down. Next up, what I want to do is I'm going to do a gradient feather. In other words, I'm going to feather it out from the solid opacity to none. And I want to make sure that it feathers straight down at a 90-degree angle. So I put my finger on the Shift key, and I'm going to put I'm going to originate or put the crosshairs, excuse me, put the crosshairs right in some maybe about 2 points or 2 picas below the actual frame itself. Click and drag to maybe halfway down so that the image actually, it fades from solid to nothing, to clear down below. Finally, what I'm going to do is using the direct selection tool, select the image, not the frame, but the image inside the frame, and I'm going to lower the opacity to about maybe, I'll make that say 20%. 20%. Okay, so now, as you can see, I have this, I call it this glass reflection, all right, with this like little shaded stripe going across the middle. Now I'm going to preview this, all right, and voila. I have created this reflection without damaging or actually um, compromising the Photoshop file. It is still as it should be. And if you want to preview it, and we'll talk about this in a future video, go to Display Performance, High Quality, so at least you can see it um, in a very clear and crisp view. So that's how you can very quickly create a glass reflection. This is something that typically is done in Photoshop, but we can actually do this in InDesign. We can do it quickly, and again, it will not impact the native file at all.